how many meals should you have per day? Now, you want to have more than one in general for muscle building. One meal per day isn't good for building muscle. A lot of research shows it's not. I'm a huge fan of fasting as well, and I would actually really like one meal a day in terms of just like my health and focus and stuff. But in terms of like muscle building, it's really not that good. Essentially, once you're eating 2 protein meals per day, after that, like 2 to 3 to 4 to 6, 5, whatever, it's like there isn't that much of a big difference. So it's literally just like at least have 2 meals up to like 6, but I think that actually gets way too much, and you're just eating and you're constantly like breaking up your workspace and you're always digesting. I'd probably go like 2 to 3 meals a day. And so once you know how many you're going to eat per day, slot them in at the same time that you could genuinely think is really reasonable. So if you like to do intermittent fasting, that's awesome, but don't push it to such an extreme level that's actually like a horrible challenge and it's actually really uncomfortable. Like fast in the morning, that's really awesome. It's really good. But for example, my first meal is at 9 a.m. So I probably wake up at about 7. I do some work and stuff in the morning. My first meal is at 9 a.m. every single day. And then my second meal is at 1 p.m. And then my third meal is at 5 p.m. That's a very those are very safe times, aren't they? You can hit them no problem. Like as someone who doesn't go to like a 9 to 5 job, I can hit them no problem. I fast a little bit in the morning. I have somewhat of like an early dinner, exactly 5 p.m. And usually that means that like when I'm doing work right now, I'm not bloated, but I just had like quite a lot of rice or something. So I'm still kind of bloated and like stuffy in my stomach. The reason why I'm putting these weird things to you, I hope you understand it, is you don't realize just how much these are really the real things that improve your productivity. Because everything else that you hear about, it sounds like that's more directly related to your productivity, like, you know, the quick hacks that you can use and the apps that you can download. But the thing like setting up your calendar and knowing, like setting in stone exactly what time you're going to eat, that's huge for your productivity. Because now it's like all I have to do is follow along with my calendar each and every day. There's like blocks of like, okay, so it says 7 to 9 p.m. is like deep work, record videos. It's 8 p.m. right now, so I'm recording videos. It's like I didn't need to think of what to do an hour ago. It was already set in stone in my calendar. I just follow the calendar. I highly recommend you get onto like Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, whatever it is. Like I use Google Calendar now, but you can use like the Apple one or whatever one you want to use, and just slot in. Okay, first of all, you wake up in bedtime, same time every single day. Add it in. You know, do the settings yourself. I won't show you a guide or anything. You just like figure out how to use the apps. It's not that hard. And then also have your meals at the same time every single day, and try and have at least 2 meals a day. And I probably wouldn't have more than like 4 personally. It depends how like fitness and muscle orientated you are right now compared to how focused you are on like actual like brain power work. But if your focus is more on like your actual work compared to fitness, I'd probably only have 2 meals a day, maybe 3, right? Slot them in at a reasonable time that you could maintain every single day for the rest of your life. Of course, knowing that things can change literally within like a couple of months. If you've just done these 2 things with your calendar, you've literally just blocked out what time you sleep and what time you eat, you literally have such a good baseline to go forward with already, even though most of your calendar is just kind of blank. And now you can add in some extra things like, what's the best time for you to work out? By now you probably know this, right? So for me, it's consistently 9 a.m. So like 9:15. So I eat very quickly. I eat like a small meal at 9 a.m. Literally just pre-workout meal. So it's just through. And then at 9:15 I work out every single day. That works amazingly for me. So let's just slot it in. And so your calendar starts to build. And what you'd like is to have absolutely no gaps in your calendar. You still want breaks, but you want to add them in. So what you want is like a whole calendar, which is literally just entirely like filled with like colors and everything. And the idea is that you also add in some periods for like rest, or some periods for, you know, just extra time, because, you know, something will one day take you a little bit longer to do and stuff. But once you've got like a calendar that's completely blocked out, you know what to do at any given moment of the day. And now it's like taken away a huge level of resistance that you had to being productive and to get your work done, because now you genuinely know like what to do. You'll find that it's so much easier to go and get to work. And of course then add in like your work times as well. So I'll slot in, so, you know, I did it, okay, 7 to 9 p.m. is going to be a deep work block for me. So that's every single day, boom. Then I'll do a deep work block in the morning. So let's go 7:30 to 9 9 a.m. So boom, that's another deep work block, and I could probably add another one around there at like 11 to 12:30 or something. You get what I mean? So once you've added the work in, and maybe add some time to read, add some time to spend with your friends, add some time to like, you know, call. So I've got like a block of like 3 hours, which is just kind of like, yeah, do whatever you want, read, call someone, go for a walk, lie around, watch some videos, whatever you want, like that. So that's the time that kind of gets taken away if a task in the morning overlaps it or anything. And you get now to the point where your calendar's completely blocked out. All you've got to do is just follow it as best as you can now.